Hi everybody! I woke up today with a spring in my step. I have sent the wrap dress that I've been working on for, I want to say, accumulated probably 4 or 5 months now. Yeah, for real. I sent it to my testers yesterday and I'm so excited, and I finally have this like big weight off my chest and I feel like I can focus on other things. And those other things are, I need to reduce my fabric stash. Once again, we know the drill. I have so many gorgeous, beautiful fabrics in my stash that I would cry over if I wouldn't be able to wear them this summer. And summer is literally a couple days away, even if the weather doesn't know it. It is mid-June right now. So I plan on trying to take as many fabrics as I can and make something beautiful out of them so that I can wear them out and not have them rot in my IKEA boxes. That's the plan. So we're gonna do it a little different this time. Normally what I do is I make about 3 garments in these destashing videos. This time around, we're gonna start off with a design marathon. So I'm gonna sit down, sketch out all the ideas for the individual fabrics so that I know what I'm aiming for. And then we're gonna start with 1 project today. Next time we're gonna do a couple more, and if there is a need, we might do a 3rd video in this destashing marathon. So this might be a multi-video destashing marathon. Are you down? I'm down. So you gotta deal with it. My obsession with buying fabrics has not stopped. I recently digged into the newest Fabric Godmother collection, which is called Le Weekend, which is inspired by a weekend in Paris, apparently. I got a load of beautiful fabrics, but let me show them to you up close. All right, let's do this. I've got my laptop right here where I'm going to source inspiration mainly from Pinterest. I do have a few things saved from social media on my phone, which is where you're on, so we'll have to look at that later. And I've got my iPad here, which I'm going to use to sketch out the ideas. All right, let's start with the fabric because this is our starting point. What fabric do we have and what do we think would look good with that fabric? Let's start with the one that I just showed you. This is a cotton that it has a tiny little what is that, a gingham print on it, and it has this beautiful red color, which I love. I got plenty of this. I think this is 3 meters if I'm not mistaken, and I want to make a beautiful sundress out of this. What is that sundress going to look like? Well, glad you asked. So I am a millennial and therefore I have a quite scary Pinterest obsession with thousands and thousands and thousands of pins. And as you can see here, the aesthetic is quite clear. I love stripes, I love ginghams, I love minimalist, plain colors. Florals are still around, but they have subsided a little bit, not gonna lie. So, you know, maybe we're evolving, let's see. And I have found this dress, which is gorgeous. I love the silhouette, and it has a tiny little Vichy/gingham print on it, which is exactly what we have right here. So I think it would be a wasted opportunity not to go for this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this and we're gonna create a mood board with it. So this is the dress that we are going to make with this fabric right here. And what I like to do to finish up my mood board is to create a picture with my iPad or phone, whatever you have at hand. Boom, there it is. Send it to my laptop and plop that right into that mood board that we just started. Perfect. So we're gonna make this dress with this fabric. Isn't that nice? Okay, so that's make number 1. Let's give it a name. Okay, we're gonna call it the sundress. Let's see, we're probably gonna make a couple more sundresses, so maybe that's not an apt name. We can change it later. But this is definitely one of the makes that I'm looking into. All right, let's continue with the Fabric Godmother weekend collection, because I didn't just buy 1. I bought 3 of that collection. So the next one is this like tomato stretch denim. This is wild, but I love it. I love the colors on it. I love the bright red and the blue combo on this like off-white. It just screams to be made into culottes. So that's definitely what we're gonna make with them. Let's see if we can find an inspo pic that fits the theme. These are cute. Cezanne, obviously. We love Cezanne in this house. Yeah, so these are very cute. This is kind of like maybe what I'm imagining. and they're cute because they're not so massive. They're quite petite looking. So let's copy this, and actually we could make a whole set from this. A tomato set? Stop it. We need that. A tomato set. I think I have plenty of fabric to make a set, actually. Right, okay, so that's the inspo for this. Okay, I had to rummage on my phone because I had this very specific screenshot that I wanted to include here, which is this one. This is from Instagram, from Mode Blog. So these are the kind of skirts that I'm kind of looking at. Are they actually? Did I just like the fact that they were paired with a black top? I think I did, because these are not the type of skirts. The middle one, actually. Let's just focus on the middle one for now. The middle one is more what I'm thinking, which is basically a slightly ballooned A-line shape. So we could say that these two totally fit the vibe. Yeah, these two are the ones that I'm looking to try and recreate with this fabric, and it's gonna be a little bit more boho with this print on it, which is perfectly fine. And I will have to get some lining for it because this is evidently see-through. Okay, we're gonna call this one the boho skirt. There we go. So 3 projects down. Ooh, almost spilling my tea in my precious fabric. We don't want that. Okay, so 3 projects down, we've got more. You know this one. This is a fabric that I made wide-legged pants with some while ago, this spring, and I still got 2 meters of it, and I've been obsessing over a certain striped dress ever since I got it, actually. I had been in denial about how much I wanted this dress, which is this one. Super simple. Should maybe take me an hour, which is great. We love that. You know, the faster we are, the better. So this is the inspo. The question is, will this take the shearing? I do not know. We will find out. So let's try. Not right now, but like we will try eventually when we get to this dress. All right, we are staying in skirt belly. There is a certain Rixo skirt that I've been meaning to recreate for ages, and I actually bought fabric specifically for it, and it is, ta-da, this skirt, the Sibylla skirt. And I, in fact, screen grabbed this January 17th. So this is how long ago I had planned to make the skirt. And I bought fabric for it at the Stitch Festival. It's not obviously entirely the same, but it definitely speaks the same language if you ask me. And it's this fabric right here. So I've got this, and I do have some embroidered lace trim in my stash somewhere that I plan on using for this. So this is the skirt fabric and the inspo. We have got this gorgeous printed linen with lemons on it and blue leaves. And I do not remember when I bought this. I assume I ordered it from Fabric Godmother, but I'm also not entirely sure. And the reason I bought it was because I wanted to make something that I saw at the Cezanne store. Hold on, maybe I can find it. I cannot find the dress. Well, it's something like this. Similar, not the same. And this is like way too short, honestly, like not even, I think this is gonna be uncomfortable for even shorter people than me. Basically, it's a shirt dress that has either a tiered skirt, a tiered mini skirt, or what I saw initially was godets. Whether or not I can do godets depends on how much fabric I have, which I do not know, and I don't want to unroll it right now. I know it's more than 2 meters. If it's 3 meters, I think I can do the godets. If it's less than that, then it might be tight. And it's just a cute little simple dress that you can just throw on. And that is why I'm gonna call it the everyday dress, because why not? She looks a little rough on that on that shot when you remove the background. Don't know, maybe not the money shot. Almost done. There is one more fabric. This one. So this is a polka dot fabric that I bought for a wrap dress. The wrap dress that I mentioned in the beginning of this video. However, it didn't quite, it wasn't very comfortable, let's put it like this. So I've got plenty of this cotton left, and I think it would be a waste to just not do anything with it because it's cute. It's a classic. It's a polka dot. You can't do anything wrong with that. And my idea is to just make a very, 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 very simple sheared dress with that. Let's see if we find something that kind of like hits that note. So this is the inspo. So it's literally gonna be a strapless or almost strapless, just spaghetti strap dress with a simple A-line skirt, maybe a little oversized, and that's that. So that should also not take me too long. And we're gonna call this the classic dress. So we have a whopping 7 projects on our hands, which is plenty, I think. Potentially, maybe. We're gonna do less than that. We might do more than that. We don't know yet, right? We're just getting started. But these are, if I, boil it down, these are the things that inspire me right now. So we have the beautiful Vichy/gingham sundress, which, spoiler alert, that's what I'm going to start off with today, because this is what inspired me this morning. So I always want to try and follow my passion, because that makes things way easier. So that's the thing that I'm going to start out with today. Then we've got the boho skirt, which is a great wardrobe staple. It's something that, it's not a full body garment, so you can combine it with other things, which I like. Then we've got the bold statement pants, which are fun, unserious, and we love that. Then we've got the classic dress, which we all need. We all need classic dresses in our lives. Then we've got the second sundress, which is something I've been meaning to make forever. Actually, this whole second page are things that I've been meaning to make forever. So the sundress, the everyday dress, and the joyful skirt are all things that I specifically bought the fabric for, but then didn't get to make them for one reason or another. For the wrap dress, that's why the wrap dress kept me up at night. This is why I haven't been able to do any of these other things, but these days are over. Let's get started. All right, let's try and make this into what it needs to be. Just had lunch, and I decided that I was going to digitize the bodice because it is such a staple to have, and I know that I can use it for so many different dress designs, so it's always good to have, and it's not going to take me that long. Also, it's easier to actually draft my skirt on Illustrator than actually do it on paper in real life, because it's going to be big, I know, so it's easier to do it on the computer and then print it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It looks like a doll's dress, but we're now gonna blow it up so I can wear it. So this was an unexpected day of pattern development. She's got a name, babes. She officially has come to be Soleil because she's a sundress, so that's her name. Needless to say, since I put so much work into this, I will want to put this on my Etsy shop. Maybe right away. Maybe I need to test it first. It's a very straightforward, simple pattern, so I don't think it needs a test run necessarily. Let me put it together and then I can make a more informed decision. All right, let's get started. These are our pieces. We have 4 pieces in total that result in 7 pieces because one of them is cut on the fold, which is the center front piece. What we need to do now is to sew together all of our princess seams. She is pressed and she's gorgeous. She's stunning. She's beautiful. She's mesmerizing. I cannot wait to wear this, like actually. So the bodice is sort of completed. We can put this to the side for now because we now need to shear the last element of the bodice. So we have 2 of these. We need to shear them down now. I'm going to mark which is my center back side by just giving myself a little notch here. This is gonna remind me which is the center back, because I assume that while shearing this is gonna get distorted a little bit. We need shearing elastic, which looks like this, and we need an empty bobbin. What we need to do is to hand wind the bobbin, making sure that there is not too much tension on the elastic, but also not too little. What you do not want is that if you let go, it just jumps off the bobbin. That's too much. Once the bobbin is full, we thread our sewing machine with it. If you had a plain fabric or a fabric with a non-geometrical print, what you would want to do is to give yourself a grid that you can follow so that you know that your shearing seams are straight. Since I have a Vichy/gingham on here, I don't need that. So I can just go ahead. I want to set my machine to the highest stitch length available, as this will make the shearing more pronounced. Did you see that? I don't know if you did, but it kind of like pulls it all together and makes it cohesive. There we go. Shearing is completed. Right, so now that the back pieces are sheared, we're placing them right sides touching onto the rest of our bodice. And then I sew it attached. And then I will try the bodice and see what it looks like, if I need to make any adjustments at all. This is a-okay, so I'm moving on to the skirt. Alright, first things first, we gotta sew together the center front seam, because there is one. I know it's a bit unusual, but I've recently seen this on a Reformation dress, and I decided, why not? So, center front seam is sewn. We have pockets, so we shall insert the pockets now. I'm gonna start with the front sides. So I'm grabbing 2 of my 4 layers and I place them onto the side seam. I now serge these parts here and then I understitch the seam allowance. We are now going to sew the side seams of the skirt as well as our pockets. So that means we start up here, sew around the pockets and sew down the side to leave the pocket entrance open on both sides. Alright, we have our bodice sewn together. And we have our skirt sewn together, and we know what that means. Wedding season. We need to join the top and the skirt together. So I'm just giving myself a quick center front notch. And now I'm going to go and align everything with each other. So that is the center front seam with the center front notch, right sides touching. And then the side seams with the side seams of the bodice. And I will also pin the top of the pocket. So all of this is going to be sewn together in one go. And then the back, I need to stretch the sheared part a little bit to align it with my skirt, because my skirt is actually true to the circumference of my waist. So I had to stop sewing yesterday because I had friends coming over for dinner, so I had to go do a shop and cook. But I have an hour-ish right now, and I think I can finish the dress. It's in a very good state. The skirt is attached, the bodice is done. So I'm now going to cut the facing and hopefully sew in the zipper. So the first thing I gotta do is create some straps. And I have 2 strips of fabric right here that I'm going to sew by folding them in half. And I'm gonna try to create as thin of a spaghetti strap as I possibly can. To cut our facing, I fetched some cotton right here because I have almost nothing of my shell fabric left. and I grab my pattern pieces, and I need to recut some sections of my pattern pieces, such as this section, so everything that's along the neckline. And this is the sheared bodice piece, and this is what it was sheared down to basically, so that's the fitted version of the same. So I'm gonna use this to cut that back section that I need, and I'm gonna forfeit this seam, so I'll just tape these two together to get the facing that I need to cover this area right here. Okay, the facing fits like a glove, which I'm happy about. So what we need to do is to fold our strap in half and place it right into the tip of our neckline. And when we sew it now, what we need to do is to sew following our seam allowance like this, but then here we need to sew straight across. So let's do that.
You know they talk about you when you're not here, but they don't even know your name.
Alright, I'm now gonna insert the zipper in the center back.
But I don't listen, it's just the way you're coming so close to me. It's just not that I don't feel the tension, it's just the way I want you to come closer. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead, go and break my little heart, yeah, break my little heart. I don't care, no, I don't care, either way I fall apart. Would you break my, would you break my, would you break my, would you break my, break my, would you 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 break my, break my, would you break my. You know they want me, but you sweet, sweet talking.
I do have a bit of a fabric addiction, so I don't see the series ending anytime soon.
They told me you fall too easily.
We have the dress assembled.
Go